Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financiation. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. It's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. On this channel, everybody, I give you essentially a six-figure MBA worth of level of investing and financial advice for free here on YouTube. The things that people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn in business school, you get on this channel for free. And today, guys, we're going to actually change it up a little bit. I normally talk about things like property investing, land investing, HSAs, 401k accounts, Roth IRAs, stocks investing, things of that nature. But today we're going to change it up a little bit, okay? Unless you've been living under a rock, Kanye West is essentially a topic that everybody is talking about. And a lot of times on Financiation, I talk about essentially building generational wealth, financial literacy through financial emancipation. And I talk about essentially building generational wealth. And there's a couple different parallels I want to talk about as far as what Kanye is dealing with right now and in regards to doing that. So essentially, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be the miseducation of Kanye West, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit about him. First and foremost, let's just cut right to the chase. Adidas, JP Morgan, Vogue, Balenciaga, Instagram, Gap, Nike. All these companies have essentially dropped ties with Kanye over the last, at the time I'm recording this, over the last 7 days. To be exact, actually, Kanye West over the last 7 days has lost anywhere from 1.6 billion with a B dollars. Now, over the course of this 7-day period, he actually has tried to walk into Skechers' office and he's been thrown out. He's reached out to Nike from what I've been reading, and they want nothing to do with him. Additionally, other brands have also pretty much started removing all of his content from their social media platforms, and they have also started removing his products from their online merchandise and sales. So unless you've been living under a rock, Kanye West has said some extremely offensive things about the Jewish American community, about the Jewish community. This is things that these communities that they find very offensive. He said things that are very offensive to the African American community in regards to saying that being in slavery for 400 years was a choice. He also offended the Black American community by his choice of fashion as far as some of the clothes that he's worn in some of his fashion shows. And lastly, he also offended the Black American community. George Floyd's family also, interestingly enough, is also suing Kanye West for a $250 million defamation lawsuit. As I stated earlier, Kanye has also offended Adidas by infamously stating that they needed him more than he needed Adidas. And as a result of this, Kanye West has essentially lost the biggest moneymaker in his portfolio. So I would say some of the lessons that can be learned from this are, first and foremost, arrogance and pride. Kanye in the past has referred to himself as a god. He's mentioned that he doesn't need Adidas, Adidas needs him, when in actuality, Adidas was paying literally 75% of the money that Kanye was making. If Kanye West is worth $2 billion, according to an article that I've researched and according to the different researches that I've done from CNBC, as well as Forbes magazine, Adidas was roughly worth 1.5 billion of the $2 billion that Kanye was worth. So Kanye, to me, is a testament that no matter how big you think you are, and your life can literally come crashing down very quickly if you offend the wrong people and you make very poor choices about who you decide to surround yourself with. And once again, people, in 1 year, Kanye lost his wife, his kids, his IG girlfriend, and in 7 days, he lost nearly $2 billion. Think about that for a minute. It has to be some kind of record. Next, poor investments. Once again, Kanye is on record saying that he has not read a book in over 30 years. And to be honest with you, it kind of shows. Without seeing Kanye's portfolio, people, I am very curious as to what he's actually been investing in, because according to CNBC, Kanye had a net worth of roughly $2 billion. Well, the Adidas deal was worth, once again, as I stated earlier, $1.5 billion. As a result of him losing that deal, Kanye's wealth now, according to CNBC, is now down to $400 million. And once again, I'm going to reiterate the fact, because of the horrible things he said about George Floyd and the disgusting things he said about George Floyd's murder, George Floyd's family has a defamation lawsuit currently against Kanye West for roughly $250 million. That means that once that trial is over, it is very possible Kanye West, in literally 7 days, would have went from having a net worth of $2 billion to being worth $150 million. Now, $150 million is a lot of money, but basically, people, what that means is this. In 7 days, Kanye West would have lost literally 94% of his money, of his net worth. From the outside looking in, Kanye, to me, had a financial empire that was built entirely on sand. Because if he had his money invested in things like real estate, property, land, technology, things of that nature, it would have been much, much harder for people to essentially erase him. Because I don't know if you've been watching, but Kanye West right now is getting pretty much brutalized by by a lot of the companies I talked about earlier. No one wants to do business with him. Let's compare Kanye West's situation to another gentleman who also is a billionaire, and his net worth, however, is thriving regardless of how much people have tried to essentially cancel him. His name is Floyd Mayweather. So, full disclosure, just because I talked about Kanye, the things he's done with, I'll also talk about some of the things that Floyd Mayweather has dealt with. Floyd Mayweather has been to prison. Floyd Mayweather, unfortunately, has a history of domestic violence. Floyd Mayweather has also said some statements that many people find extremely offensive. But when companies try to cancel Floyd Mayweather, for lack of better word, they can't. And the reason why they can is because his portfolio is so diversified. So for instance, Floyd Mayweather has cars that are in NASCAR. Floyd Mayweather has an extremely extensive commercial real estate empire. He's actually on record saying he has more money essentially in commercial real estate than he's ever made in boxing. He has hundreds of acres of land or whatever. Floyd Mayweather owns nightclubs. He has promotional companies like Mayweather Promotions. Floyd Mayweather also has family-friendly roller skating rinks in the Las Vegas area. Floyd Mayweather also has an extremely thriving residential real estate empire. And he also has a real estate development company and many, many more. So you can love Floyd Mayweather, you can hate Floyd Mayweather, but as it turns out, he has a very, very diversified investment portfolio. And on top of that, he's arguably the greatest boxer of our generation, easy, hands down. So Floyd Mayweather has a very diversified skill set. He also has a very diversified portfolio. So when people have tried to cancel him, and they have tried to cancel, they have not been able to. So for my listeners, my advice is simple, everybody. Follow Floyd Mayweather's financial portfolio advice and not Kanye West's. Essentially, everybody have a very diversified portfolio. And the lesson is very clear, people. Diversify, diversify, diversify. Next, I want to talk about something that's a little personal to me about Kanye West. So, Kanye West's first album was a College Dropout. I remember actually coming home from a party. I was driving down I-95 or whatever, and I think I had just come from a party at GW. It was George Washington University. Talked to some people, had a ball. Me and my boys was riding back blasting the album, The College Dropout, and it's a good album. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give credit where credit is due. That was a great album. But what was interesting was in that album, Kanye West bragged about dropping out of college and being more successful than all the college students that basically were listening to his music. And it's interesting because at the time, I think I was either going into I was either in my freshman year of college or going into my sophomore year of college. I don't remember, it was one of them. But in any event, I met I'm talking about hundreds of black dudes, literally, who dropped out of college because of that album. In their minds, Kanye West proved to them that school and college was utterly useless because they wanted to be something else. They wanted to be quote unquote entrepreneurs. They wanted to quote unquote be rappers. They wanted to quote unquote do anything except finish college. Why? Because that album in a lot of ways inspired these dudes and unfortunately drop out of college. And it's really sad today because when I go back to Philly, Chicago, Carolina, DC to some extent, sometimes I'll still run across some of these guys. And when I go back to some of my old neighborhoods, and it's really sad because a lot of these brothers now, they don't have no teeth. Some of them are homeless. A few of them have actually, unfortunately, been to prison. And literally, none of these dudes that dropped out of college or whatever have a better life than myself or the guys who actually did stay the course and who did graduate with our engineering and our finance degrees. Once again, people, college is not for everybody. But at the end of the day, it's like this. The typical person who graduates from college on average makes $1.5 million more than the person who does not. The typical person who has a master's degree over the course of their lifetime makes $2.5 million more than a person who does not have a college degree. And a person who has a PhD makes roughly $3.5 to $4 million more than a person who's just a high school dropout. So I'll say that to say this, everybody. Kanye West, to me, is indicative of, to some extent, of the dumbing down of our society in this respect. He started his career basically reiterating the fact that he did not go to college. He brags constantly about not going to college. He basically belittled the people who have went. And to some extent, Kanye West has also bragged about never reading a book in 30 years. And to be honest with you, I can kind of tell, considering some of the statements that he's made. So I'll say this, everybody. In closing, what can we take away from the Kanye West situation? First and foremost, everybody, I'll say this. To me, Kanye does not have people around him telling him, look, dog, you need to shut up. Surround yourself, people, with folks who actually can step to you man to man, woman to woman, to say, you're tripping, you're getting out of line, you need to be quiet, you're basically messing up the bag. From what it seems like to me, Kanye West has surrounded himself with a bunch of spineless yes men. And a good friend would have pulled Kanye to the side a long time ago and said, dude, you're ruining the bag, you need to be quiet. So to my listeners out there, always have a friend or a family member who's not afraid to check you and say what you're doing is wrong. Secondly, remain humble. Once again, Kanye's arrogance and cockiness to me has been his downfall because this dude, some of the statements he's been making about the Jewish community, about George Floyd, about the African-American community, some of the statements Kanye has been making over the last couple of years have been beyond disgusting and extremely arrogant. It comes from a place of a person who honestly thinks that he's God and no one can touch him. And in 7 very short days, Adidas said, okay, you think you're tough, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take away 75% of your income immediately, and then we're gonna basically make sure you can't do business with anyone else. And that's essentially, unfortunately, what's been happening to Kanye. And for a lot of other things too, a lot of people out here are hoping that Kanye makes a triumphant return, but there are literally millions of people that are hoping that he fails, and they're boycotting him because of the arrogant way he has carried himself the last few decades. So also, people, be humble and basically don't be cocky. And then lastly, everybody, have a diverse portfolio and make wise investments. Once again, this is a financial channel, and 75% of Kanye's money was essentially tied into Adidas. And when the Adidas deal is canceled, when Adidas canceled on, Kanye immediately lost, once again, $1.5 billion. One client. And once again, I want you to compare Kanye's portfolio to Floyd Mayweather's portfolio. But Floyd Mayweather has real estate. He's got commercial real estate. He's got land investments. He basically has developers. He has residential real estate. He has boxing. He has the Mayweather promotions. He has NASCAR. So that's what I'm saying, everybody. Diversify your portfolio. Diversify your skill set. On this channel, I tell my listeners, if you go to college, cool. If you learn a trade, cool. Have a business in addition to having in addition to learning a trade. Have a business in addition to having a college degree. I tell people, you need to sell e-products. You need to basically invest in your 401k, invest in your Roth IRA, invest in your HSA account. I tell my listeners, you need to invest in stock options. I tell my listeners, you need to buy property, you need to buy land, and you need to become a real estate investor. Have a diverse portfolio, everybody, because as Kanye West has shown, if you put all your eggs in one basket, in his case, it was Adidas and it was music, look what's happening to him right now. So with that, everybody, once again, this is going to be a different kind of video. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. And it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. Please follow me at the IG, the real _ Financipation. Please follow me on my Facebook channel, Financipation. And please check out some of my digital, my e-products below as well. Also, I have a financial blog that's going to be dropping pretty soon as well. So with that, everybody, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and please hit that notification button so that so you know when I drop new content. Take it easy, everybody. And once again, learn from the Kanye West experience, because at the end of the day, everybody, you were never too big to fail. So be careful what you say and be careful what you do, okay? Take it easy, everybody. It's your boy, Chris. I'm out. Peace.